Guys, how's everybody doing? I see Johan's with us, Fifi's with us, Garrett, and also Godfrey. How's everyone today? Good. I'm sure we'll have a few more friends coming in. I'm sorry about earlier. When I wrote into the men's chat, Reinhard reminded me that we were starting at 8 today instead of 8:30. So we just need to check and make sure that this is good for everyone. For me or Johnny, it can go either way, but just make sure that this is good for the whole group so we have everybody here participating, okay? We'll give it just another minute. And, well, actually, what time is it right now? We'll go ahead and get started. It's 8:02 right now. I'll write a message into the group one last time, and then we'll go ahead and start with our opening intention. Let's see here.
Start? Or wait?
Yeah.
Start. Okay, friends. So I've got some text here. Okay. When one completes one's work in love of others and bestow upon others through the final point, one also completes one's love for the Creator and bestow upon the Creator. And there is no difference between the two. For anything that is outside of one's body, meaning one's self-interest, is judged equally, either to bestow upon one's friend or to bestow contentment upon one's Maker. This is what Hillel HaNasi assumed, that love your friend as yourself is the ultimate goal in the practice, as it is the clearest nature and form to man. We should not be mistaken about actions, since they are set before his eyes. He knows that if he puts the needs of his friend before his own needs, then he is in the quality of bestowal. For this reason, he does not define the goal as, and you will love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. For indeed they are one and the same, since he should also love his friend with all his heart, and with all his soul, and with all his might, as this is the meaning of the words, as yourself. He certainly loves himself with all his heart and soul and might, and with the Creator he may deceive oneself, but with his friend it is always spread out before his eyes. Baruch Sulam, the love of God and the love of man. L'chaim, friends.
Hi. This morning lesson today was very if you look at it, depending I guess on how you look at it, it's always strong. We always say, oh, it was a strong lesson today. The lessons are always strong, but some of them are a little bit they're eye openers in a way. They open your eyes in different directions, and they're very special in that aspect. So we will start with a few words from Rav. We'll go to our clip, and from there we'll go to our workshop question, friends. So Shmueli, yes clip? Shmueli? Okay. I'm still here, so that means that he's not there. So we will save our clip from Rob, because Rob actually in this clip he kind of sums up the workshop question. So what we'll do is we'll stop there and we'll go ahead and start with our workshop. Johnny?
Okay. All right, so this is quite strongly related to what we just discussed in the morning lesson, friends. The workshop question is, and I'll put it in the chat, how do we hold ourselves in such an aravut that no one looks upon himself, but only on the connection between us? Give advice about how to come out of this lie and only care for the connection. So I'll put it in the chats as well. It's a really good question.
All right, and we will start with Garrett.
I had to reread that question quickly. I think after this morning's lesson, it's clear that we should always ask ourselves a question, how can I bring the creative contentment? And with the friends in the back of your mind, uh, it is our foot. That is how we can bring the creative contentment. But it's our work within the tent that makes it possible. So we can chew the whole day on that question and see where we can improve something, think about the friends. It's a continual process because if you have a question, there is no answer to. You can think about it over and over, but if you think about something without a question, it's in and out of your mind because it doesn't engage you. But as soon as you ask yourself a question, you can occupy yourself with that same question the whole day long. So I think that after this morning lesson, make it a little bit easier for us to keep engaging ourselves, but not just with what we heard, but with a question. How can we bring the creative contentment, a continuous thought? Uh, Next, Jacques.
For a long time, I thought I must correct myself. For a long couple of years now, 6 years, I was working on correcting myself, and I was always thinking if I correct myself, I will be a better friend, If something internal can change and I can have this bestowal within me, then I could be better in connection and stuff. And Ralph has really popped that bubble over the last couple of days, or weeks, and so there's nothing wrong with any one of us. There's only something wrong with the connection. And then you seriously had to start thinking about connection, what connection is. And I think every day we are just advancing on this path of connection, and it becomes more and more, it just expands. You think I can connect like this and this, A, B, C, D, and then you realize there's so many ways. Prophet said, practical actions, corporeal actions, just do it, and stuff like that. And then you start and trying to attend every meeting and every morning lesson and every weekly meeting there is. And then after you've done all that corporeal stuff, you've got the spare time. And now you're thinking, what do I do about connection now? I'm not talking about time where I'm at work or where I'm at the family. I'm talking real spare time. What do I do with this time? And I remember Ralph quite a while ago said about the connection of the sages, through the books. That you really connect to right up to Adam Arishon, Moses, Abraham, David. So connection has now really become such a big thing that it's not only what we do in the corporeal world. Okay, that's a start, and that's very, very important. But connection should be really in our root, which is the same. You cannot have our root without connection. It becomes a 24/7 thing, even in the corporeal world, when you're dealing with the outer society, to still see the Creator as none else besides Him. And there is really nobody, no plant, no animal, no person on this earth that hasn't got its root in none else besides Him in spirituality. Yahoo?
Yeah, Johnny's gonna post a question in the chat for you, but also we can't hear you.
No sound, Joe.
Yo, we don't hear you, buddy.
Okay, there he is.
Okay, am I clear now? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Yes. Our faith indicates that it is in the group that we find our reality. And to be able to hold ourselves in that avut, it is the issue of togetherness, belonging to one another, caring for one another, not undermine one another, seeing only the merits of the friends within the group, and being there for them at whatever turn of events, where there is the need of assistance or whatever, it is readily given. This is the faith by which we have been asked to love one another, just like how we will love ourselves. And in loving the friends, we need to be sincere. We need to be honest with our friends and with ourselves, because it is only through that that we will be able to reveal the Creator in the center of the group. If not so, we will be seeking our selfish interests. We will allow the ego to play a dominant role in our efforts. Our prime objective is to always keep the friends always in mind. Next. Has Godfrey spoken? Godfrey.
Okay, thanks, yeah. Yeah, how to give advice. Our votes in the connection. Care for the connection. Now we are here because of connection. We can build this group. We have where we can pass our votes with only one principle, that we connect, that we yearn to connect, that we are able to connect, that we maintain the connection. That this connection will then bring, in this connection, we'll then practice our roots. So the bottom line is the connection between us. But myself, I'm zero. I can't do anything until I get a friend who will have the same goal with me. And then since I have the same goal with me, I try to connect with him. But the friend might have his weaknesses, deficiencies. I don't see that. I try to think that this is the person the Creator has given me, and therefore have high merits because the Creator is behind this friend. I love him. I care for him, of his well-being, for the goal he wants to attain, for the support he wants to give to the group. He made the group possible. Without him, there's no group. So this friend is so special, so rare, that my Creator has given him to us to conform. For my advice simply is that we will have to do everything to support this friend, to let him feel like he's loved, not with our mouth or our lips, but show love in its actuality, that we care, that we guarantee for his well-being. This is done only in practice. And once we practice, we have challenges, then we lift up our heads to the Creator, support us to achieve this goal of mutual guarantee. L'chaim, great friends. I ask Lena to continue.
L'chaim.
Thanks, Godfrey. Hopefully you can hear me and it's not too noisy over here. Wait, just a sec. Yeah. Got a big old fan from the 80s or something. It's making a lot of noise here. Arvut, maybe to do the action, like Rav said, every half an hour, where you think of the friends, but also just ask yourself, am I now in some form of revelation? Meaning, does it feel to me like I'm, I don't know, somewhere else, feeling something else, something different? Where's this calculation? What am I calculating? Just to kind of like become aware that I'm not there. I don't really want it. And if I'm not there and I don't really want it, then I'm definitely busy drilling the hole in the boat, like we said this early this morning. I'm not aware of it. Maybe I'm not aware of it. Maybe I am. Irrespective, if I'm not there, then I'm busy drilling the hole in the boat. So, we need to, at some point, we need to become honest with ourselves, and then at that point you can kind of like see where you are and try and determine what's the next step, which of course is to think of the friend. So Chaim, who's next? I don't know who spoke yet.
I think Fifi has not spoken, Thuso has not spoken, and Johan, have you spoken? I don't think Johan has spoken. So take your pick. Take your pick. Thuso, Johan, and Fifi haven't spoken.
No, Johan spoke. Right?
Oh wait, Johan spoken. Sorry. Fifi and Thuso.
Fifi, go for it. I think Thuso just arrived.
All right, friends, please can you hear me?
Go for it, Fifi.
All right. Avut, what I can say about Avut is there will be no Avut without connection, and there will be no connection without Avut. So when we come together as a group, then I think these two must work effectively. Simultaneously, there will be no Avut without connection. There will be no connection without an Avut. The friends are so important to us, and also should be more important to our friends. So, my advice I can give is shortly, like a baby finds another and find some contentment. We should grab our friends, our group, the exact contentment that we get from it when we see each other, find each other, connect to each other. Let's all come into it. When we connect, we find some sort of happiness, joy, love when we connect to each other in our normal connections. It shouldn't be only our online lesson, Zohar, or normal meeting, but sometimes we can even connect where our friends not even aware that these friends come to connect. Just a little, just a seconds of connection that we can also do. And I think the practice we should also put in practice in our group. For someone to guarantee for you is very important, something that is very necessary. And it's such a responsibility that no one else will take but a friend who are in the same society. So what I can say is we should grab our society, our group, and find some contentment in it, and see that we are in such a place, in such a society that we find a certain contentment that we ever had in our life. So the connection is the most important thing that I think should be the advice. So hi friends, and I think Thuso will continue for so hi.
Yeah, I think up until the point where we can look at the friends and look at the society exactly the same way as we would look at the Creator, if He would be revealed right here in front of us, up until we get to that, we can never really attain him. This question, how can I look at the friends as if they are the creator already revealed behind them in the same way as I would act towards him? How can I act the same way towards the friends? And yeah, last but not least, continuously keep on praying for the friends. Will join tightly the connections that are holding us, so that we can see him, that it is him always acting 24/7 through what we think, what we feel, what we do, everything that goes on 24/7. It's all him. Next.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very, very strong question. We know we have to create the conditions between us such that the person feels such a heightened level of security that they don't have a need to think about themselves. And we're not talking about earthly stuff. We're talking about our nature, our desire to receive, our ego, which is a lot more complex, a lot more internal, and a lot more involved. And this sort of goes back to the point of how do we lower ourselves to zero? Make ourselves zero, or ask the light to make ourselves zero, such that we can just think about and give to the friends, so that we've got the state of arvut between us, where there's no ego interfering. This is something that we constantly, a lot of practice is required, a lot of effort is required, a lot of internal work. But we need to give each other, just constantly re-emphasize the greatness of the work, and give each other the sense of warmth, that sense that everyone's equal, that everyone's invited, everyone's has a place, we're all part of one common system, one common soul. We have to hit at this point, I think, continually, in order to start stepping into the zone of arvut, which is there's no I, it's just the we. So preparation before lessons, constant practice, constant effort, and asking essentially the light to do the work, because the light does the lowering of us to zero, and it signs off on the arvut between us after we're ready for it, through equivalence of form. So I think just together we need to practice until we get to stages where we can get the light to operate on us, and sign off on this process. Okay, Anthony, l'chaim, friends.
All right. Let's see here. So the question is, how do we hold ourselves in such an arvut that no one looks at himself, but only on the connection between us? Give advice. I think it starts by looking at the friends. I can say, for me personally, like a situation happened here recently, here in our group, in Pennativa group, where we had some friends that have been just going through a horrible, tough time. One friend had surgery. One friend's wife got really, really sick, and the comfort of the friends, seeing the friends like leap to rescue the other friends, was a very, very amazing thing. The friend that had surgery, last week me and Johnny went to go visit him in the hospital. After we went, the next few days, other friends were going to the hospital and to his house to watch the lessons with him. The same thing happened with the other friend whose wife has been sick recently. Friends were going to the house to support, women from the center were going there to help cook food and help with the children. You know, he's a guy with 3-4 kids and his wife's in the hospital. It's a lot. And he also has a job, and he's also got a lot of duties here at the center. But I always say example because I see the example here. I see the example. Everybody just rushed to be there, you know. Last night, 2 friends went to go watch the lesson with him, and then they said, you know, who wants to come today? And I was like, yo, I'm coming. And then Johnny was like, hey, he's coming. And then, you know, and everybody, all the friends were just jumping to be able to be there to support the friend. And then luckily, by the grace of the Creator, the hospital released his wife today, and he messaged us all and said, hey, I'll be back to the morning lessons tomorrow, back on my regular schedule. The Creator let my wife come home. And so, you know, when I saw that, it made me think in relation to this question, how to be in our voot with the friends. It's simply to really, it's difficult to say, but I find that when you become part of this environment, no, it's not difficult to say. It's easy to say, but it's also easy to do once you become part of such a loving, caring environment. Once you open yourself up to the friends and to the connection between you, you don't think of yourself. You don't think of yourself. You know, I don't know really how to describe this question, or my answer really, if it's making any sense or not, but I think you just got to try to forget yourself. When you get lost in this society, when you get lost in this group of friends, when you see the joy and the beauty, and you really feel the goal deep inside of your heart, when you feel the goal. Me, I'm one of those people who I try to do tunnel vision, you know. If I was a horse, I'd definitely have the blinders on the side because I just pop me on the butt and let me run straight. I mean, honestly. And so I think you just have to really find that place and go against your will. A lot of it goes against your will, and you're tired and you just fighting everything in the world that's coming at you. You know, Johnny said something to me today. He's like, you know, all of us are getting blows right now. And I'm like, you know, nah, it happens to everybody, Johnny. He's like, no, not like this. You know, and it's true. Kabbalists catch blows, you know. And the thing that keeps us afloat, keeps us going, is our love for our friends and our dedication to the goal. And so those are the things that we have to focus on. I remember when I first moved to Israel, I was working the night shift. And I was getting off like around 12:31. And so I would just come straight here to the center after I got off work. And there's a guy, you all know him, you've seen him in the lessons. His name is Ofer Nakash. Ofer was sitting here at like around 1:30 every single morning when I came to the lesson. And I was like, Ofer, like, what are you doing here? He said, I come early for the preparation. And then I would we got to the point where I would come in and I would see him sitting there. We kind of like just throw up our hands. We had this like connection where we kind of throw up our hands and then I'd just sit in one chair, he'd sit in the other. The whole time until the lesson started, we wouldn't talk to each other. We were both in that deep thought of preparation, but thinking about the friends, thinking about the group, thinking about this lesson that we were going to go into. Sometimes action or inaction speaks a lot louder than the words, as they say. So I think you just got to focus on the friends. And with that, friends, we are going to hear what Rob has to say. L'chaim, friends. Shmueli, yesh clip עכשיו. כן. תודה רבה.
The main purpose of this study is for us to constantly try to see ourselves belonging to one body, to one parzuf, to one soul, as the components of the Shekhinah. To sort a place where the Creator will be revealed and dwell. And in those efforts that we make like this every day, we awaken the illumination of the Shekhinah upon us, the reforming light, and thus we progress in our understanding, in our feeling, in a way that in each of us, each individually and all of us together, that form called one body or divinity or Parzuf. And we need to examine ourselves from day to day how much our efforts that we make throughout the day give us the result. And the next day again and again until we, if we pay attention, all together work, each for everyone in efforts, then it should come fast. We need to truly feel changes from day to day. Not yet changes of a kli and light, but nevertheless of some kind of establishment, stability of a certain form in each of us of the divinity, of the kli, of the soul. So let's try once again, and we will.
Hi, friends. You know, nobody can say it better than Rav. So I think that, like you said, we just need to become one body. And that comes from our work between us. Friends, we're going to move on to a few things. Guys, in the Facebook chat, I posted, I think it was yesterday, about Wednesday, South African friends, and really everybody's invited. If it's going to happen, I never heard back from you guys a yes or a no if you wanted to meet with Mario. Reinhard, you there still? I see your box went yellow, but we can't hear you. Okie dokie. Well, Johan, Thuso, Gert, Johnny and Richard aren't here, but I know you guys had asked about meeting with Mario so that way you could discuss everything in regards to the upcoming event that you're going to have in South Africa. So I wrote in the Facebook the other day that he could do it anytime after 7. This Monday when you guys have your regular meeting, he wasn't able to do it. But he said that he could do Wednesday if he's free on Wednesday. So if you guys want to do it, let me know. And then that way I can confirm with him. If you need to move it to next week, let me know as well. And we can go that way. Also let Johnny know too. I'm going to be traveling Friday and getting to the U.S. Like I got a straight 24-hour flight. So I'm going to crash out when I get there for a little bit because it's going to be a long flight from here to Canada and Canada to Dallas. So that's that. Moving on, everybody knows about the virtual convention that's coming up, correct? Most importantly, I wanted to talk about plans for the virtual Congress that's coming up. Is anyone having a mirror next month? South Africa, Ghana, any of you guys? No mirror planned? Okay. Okay. And what about participation in the preparation for the Congress? Did anybody check out the links and go for the participation? Reinhard, I don't know if you're trying to talk, but your box is lighting up yellow, but it's no sound.
He's on mute.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So he wrote in the sooner the better. Sooner the better. Is that in regards to meeting with Mario? Godfrey, we can't hear you. Godfrey. You're on mute, Godfrey.
Shmuley?
Shmuley. Shmuley, in sound. Wait,
Can
okay,
you
so,
hear
yeah, I can hear you through so.
Anthony?
Yes. We heard you too, so.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yeah, yeah. I think tomorrow is fine. We can meet. Reinhard was saying, been meeting up with the. I think some of us on we added ourselves to those chats, like different chats that are given for the Congress preparation. And Reinhard and Gottfried have been speaking. We have been hearing them. It seems, Jono, you cannot hear them that side.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I couldn't hear Godfrey.
yeah, Tusho, one thing we must is clear is that the meeting with Mario tomorrow is fixed. Renard have agreed, and this morning lesson will let the friends all know. We'll tell Johnny and Richard, and Gert is here, he knows. So we'll tell them in the morning lesson that meeting with Mario will happen tomorrow evening during your meeting. Secondly, we are on the preparation program in the morning after the morning lesson, and then we are trying to connect with all the groups to participate in. But then we have not been able to confirm we are going to have a fiscal congress, so we'll be connecting. Depends upon the group.
Lahaim, great. Okay, so I'm gonna send Mario a message, and let him know that I spoke with you all and that you confirmed. So that'll be good.
What time is the meeting? What time is the meeting, Gottfried?
No, it's gonna be around 7 o'clock.
Israel time.
Yeah, because Mario couldn't do it until after 7 o'clock.
Okay.
It'll be 7 or a little bit after 7. I'll send a message. We work with Mario, so I'll see him in the morning at the office also. I'll send him a message tonight. He's probably asleep. It's like a repetitive thing. Most people go to bed around 8:30 or 9, unless you're me and Johnny, who can't ever sleep anyways. So I'll send a message tonight, and then also I'll speak with him tomorrow morning and get a confirmed time. He said like 7 or a little bit after 7. I'll let you guys know exactly what time, and we'll get it started then.
7 o'clock Israel time.
What's up, James? How you doing, brother? Okay, so my next question was participating in the preparation for New York. Did anybody go to that link and join to help the preparation?
Reinhard just said he's registered.
Reinhard. All right. Good deal, Reinhard. Reinhard is registered for 2 groups to prep the Congress and the lesson development for the Congress. Lahaim Reinhard. Good deal.
Hi.
Chaim.
Friends, I'll say I know it's a lot of effort and it's a lot to do this, but the experience that you will get, especially for Africa to host a virtual Congress as well, the experience that you get working with these things. I know Richard and Johnny worked with the Moscow Congress. They did great work. They got to see a little bit of the behind the scenes things that a lot of people don't see when the Congress goes on. And it's a lot of work, but it's simply amazing. A lot of good connections are built. And so if you have the opportunity, please take it and join. You won't regret it. You might be tired afterwards, but you will not regret it. I can guarantee you that much. Lahaim, friends. Okay, so
Lahaim.
Other than that, we've covered all of our topics. Does anyone have anything that they need to add? Any questions? Thuso, no, sorry, not Thuso. Fifi. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I had Ralph saying that he will be going to America and other places, not permitted to come to Africa. Because I thought maybe it was
Do so. You cut out, brother. Can you write it into the chat?
Anthony, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think what Tuso said is Rav is talking about going to America, having congresses there and stuff, and then it's like, what's happening to Africa? It's every time, you know, we're trying to have a congress in Africa and something happens, and then it's just said that Rav doesn't come. Sometimes it's even said to us that it's about the distances, flying, all kinds of reasons. Yet we always see Rav going to, I don't know, next time he's going to America as well. So what's happening to the Congress in Africa? Maybe if he cannot go to Ghana, if it's a problem with like inoculation, or what do you call it, the medication and stuff.
True.
Yeah, in Cape Town we have two oceans. We have the Atlantic and the what's the other ocean called? Anyway,
Indian
so
Ocean.
Oceans, yeah, no problem here. It's very fresh air over here. Everything, all the dirty air gets blown away. It's very nice over here. So we can always try. We need to see if we can get Rav to Africa. Really, doesn't matter which country. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. We just need to have his feet on this continent and give their friends opportunities, those that can, to come and sit with him. He needs to be able to feel this land, the people in this land. I think it's very important for us to try and push for this. I think that's what Dusa was aiming at.
Perfecto.
Yeah, I actually heard it in the morning lesson today, the first time that Rav was saying that there's a Congress in Mexico next year after the big Israeli Congress, and then there's the US Congress in New York. And he's sort of, I think, if I'm correct me wrong, friends, he said his hands, he was twisted. His hands were twisted in order to go to the Congress physically. That was his wording, but maybe I'm incorrect in saying so. From my experience here at Bnei Baruch, sometimes there's no logic in terms of how decisions are made. So we will approach it. We will speak to Shimon about it after we did hear, because I was a bit surprised about it personally, to hear that Rav was going to this Congress. But it's a yearly Congress, and the US, I think there's two things here. That there's in Monterrey, there's going to be a Congress in Mexico, but Rav has some options to speak to the media over there, which has been tied in. And also in New York, he has some options to deal with the media, which is very, very strong for distribution in the United States and Mexico. They've tied it in these options. There's options available for Rav to participate. So that could be part of it.
Anti-Semitism thing, or
it could be related to anti-Semitism, or there's some connections in the United States, maybe to speak to high-level people over there, to have some interviews, etc. So it could be related to why the congresses are going on there now next year. I don't know. Rav did mention that as well, that there's two places. However, Anthony and myself will speak to Shimon and get some further background, because we know as much as you do, friends. Whatever you know, we basically know. Nothing more, nothing less.
Basically, we need to come with the mentality Rav doesn't have a choice. He has to come to Africa. It's like there's no choice of it. Rav always said, if you come with a desire, it will happen. You will be there. You will do whatever you can. So there's no backing down. Us pushing forward constantly, and Ralph needs to hear our plea. He needs to be here. We're pushing for the next year. We're going to push for heavy dissemination as well. So, you know, this is, yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't have the words for this. We need to.
L'chaim to that. I'm all for it myself. I was actually geared up and ready to go to Africa because I was trying to go over there and get some of that fish that I seen Fifi eating on that video, on that picture that he sent me. So yeah,
they got good fish in Cape Town also.
Yeah. And then I was even gonna go up there and see Yao because I actually called my mom the other day to ask her what day and what time I was born because Yao said he could tell me something about what my African name was. I was gonna get my African name going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, to be honest, I was actually planning on coming. Me and Johnny had talked about it before. We just wanted to like pop up and come ourselves with our own money, with our own time, just because we want to be there to feel you. But I think, I agree with you. I think it's important that Rob come there. I think it is. I think that it would not only for the group, but also for the continent. I don't know why I even feel that way, but I think I just do. I feel like his presence there would do something. I can't say what, and I don't know what, but I support you, and we will speak with Shimon. Maybe we can speak with Mushi as well, and we can try. And I think also another thing would be a good idea. I think it would be a good idea if the African Clee as a whole, not South Africa, not Ghana, not any individual country, but the African Clee as a whole wrote a letter to Rav. And I mean, when I say the African Clee, I mean the African Clee, not including the two coordinators. I think it should come from you guys. Sincere from the heart, but I think that it would be a good step as well. So that's what I got to say about that. But yes, we will definitely also we will speak about this as well. We'll speak about this as well. Probably in our next meeting, which it won't be this weekend. I won't be here. Or I don't know. I might be here. We got rockets falling. They might not let my plane leave. So we'll see how it goes. But no matter what, this discussion will come up, and we will try to make it happen. So l'chaim, friends.
L'chaim. We'll get some answers.
Yeah.
L'chaim.
Okay, but Anthony, if you're going to be in the States, who's going to be looking for me for a wife? We're going to have to get Jono active here.
You know what? I've been trying to get Jono active on exactly. Yeah, we can light the fire under Jono. Yeah, I'll be gone. I'll be back here in December the 3rd. So I'm going just for about 2 weeks. So 1 week for the years that I've been officially living here. So 2 weeks that I'm leaving, so that way I can go. I need to go see my kids and my family and stuff like that. So I haven't seen them in a while. So.
And Anthony hasn't had a holiday, friends, in 2 years. He looks beautiful. He looks like he's fresh as a daisy, but he works very hard, and yeah, he deserves this, really.
I'm tired.
He deserves it. He deserves it big time.
We're going to be waiting for you in the Zoom during the lessons.
I will be in the Zoom with you guys, definitely. I'll be in the Zoom with you guys. I'll be on the daily call with you guys. So I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm looking forward to it as well.
I think you guys are going to see more of him than we're going to see over here.
Yes, you will. You definitely will, friends. I'm looking forward to it. So I think that's all we got. And
is there any other questions or topics that friends would like to bring up?
As they say at the wedding, speak now or forever hold your peace. So I think we're good. I'll send the message to Mario tonight, and I'll speak with him personally in the morning, face-to-face at work, and we will go from there. And so now we're going to move to our closing intention.
Maybe James.
Okay, well, you guys said if there's anything, I think because Tuso, he might either be too shy or his connection isn't that good. He's also looking for a wife. So it's two bachelors in South Africa. Gottfried, we need to get these guys to get us a wife.
Yes, I think it's time for us to, we'll form a committee, myself and and Anthony will get you two beautiful girls, because it's time now that we get you people. Yeah, what do you think? Lahai.
Godfrey, you are right, but I don't know why Reynard and Tuso are asking Tony to go to America and get them a wife.
No, they want one from here.
From
Israel. They want wives from Israel. Yes.
Oh, I see.
There are beautiful girls there.
Oh, I know. There are very beautiful and very hard working women in Israel. That one I can bet my heart out. You cannot run with them. They will outrun you. That one I can guarantee that.
I can guarantee that too.
Yeah. So if Reynard and Tuso wanted to marry from Israel, they must continue working very hard, and they must be very, very understanding. They should not be, nothing should be inhibiting them. They must be free, they must be frank, they must be open, and they must come out always. That one, I guarantee them.
And most important, you must know.
Friends, you see my bulletproof vest underneath my shirt?
Lahaim, friends. Lahaim. Yeah. Johnny, take us home, Johnny.
Who wants to read? I'll put the text up. Whoever likes to read, please go ahead.
I'll give it a go.
Okay.
The whole thing.
Go ahead, Reynard.
And they shall all become one society. In that state, it will be easier to do your will wholeheartedly. This is so because while there is not just one society, it is difficult to work wholeheartedly. Instead, part of the heart remains for its own benefit and not for the benefit of the Creator. Not for the benefit of the Creator. It is said about it in Midrash Tanhuma. You stand today, as the day at times shines and at times darkens, so it is with you. When it is dark for you, the light of the world will shine for you, as it is said, and the Lord shall be unto you an everlasting light. When you are all one society, as it is written, alive, every one of you this day. Usually, if someone takes a pile of branches, can he break them all at once? But if taken one at a time, even a baby can break them. Similarly, you find that Israel will not be redeemed until they are all one society, as it is said, in those days and at that time, says the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the sons of Judah together. Thus, when they are united, they receive the face of divinity. Rabash letter 34. Chaim.
Good night, friends. We'll see you in the lesson. Have a great night.
See you in the morning, guys.
Chaim. James, can you hear us? James, everything good with you? Because we didn't hear from you today. Maybe he's not able to speak.
I think he might be frozen.
Maybe.
Good night,
friends.
Bye, friend.
Bye-bye.
Okay, James, we're thinking about you, my brother.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, friends. Good night.
My internet is very